What's up, guys? Welcome. 10:09 right now. Joy. Back in the game. We are here in reality right now. Hear, touch, taste, smell. What's up, y'all? Man, it's 2026. I'm not realizing that women, right? WOMEN, XX chromosome, females, felines, B words, whatever you call them. You know, women are referred to all types of things. You know, the female species. Women, like, they can't. Of course, they can do certain things. They could do this and that. You know, they could run. They could do a lot of great things, right? And they could do a lot of bad things. But now, we're seeing that women, they can never put the blame on people. They can't put the blame on what type of people? People like us. And what am I? I'm a guy. They can't put the blame on men. They can't out the blame on men. And I still see that for their life decisions, they still put the blame on men. They still do shit like that. You know, they always say a man or a patriarchy and all this type of mess. You know? And it's all just kind of like nonsense. We don't live in like a patriarchal society. We live in like a modernized society. Because if it was like that, then this society would be like brutal. Like, as a female, you wouldn't even have the right to like speak. But you're saying all this nonsense on the internet because something didn't go in your favor, or you're just entitled because you've been raised a certain way. You know, things have been ruled kind of in your favor, not in your favor, but like in an advantage where you think you should have front row position all times, when it's like, no, you actually got to work for it, and you actually have to have the qualifications for it. Not because you're a woman. To be honest, you really ain't really worth to that regard unless you show worth of that. You know what I'm saying? Are you even trustworthy? So it's like it doesn't even make fucking sense to me. And they still out the blame towards men. A woman, you have so-called equal rights. Even though equal rights and all that shit is still a myth, because remember what they made us do in 2020? They made us lock in our house, so we don't even have rights. That's all nonsense too. That's all to an extent. When they tell you to do certain things, you're gonna do it. If not, they're gonna use force and they're gonna take us all down. That's what they're gonna do. They gonna force us to do it anyway. You know, women, they gonna listen. So all this equal rights stuff is all made up because it's garnered with certain privileges. And then it's still being abused. It's still not used the right way or the way that it should. It's being used for resources or certain things. You know, opportunities. And when that doesn't go right, whatever, they out the blame towards men. Like women, like now they're more operating more in a masculine mode. Like the way they talk, they yell. I don't care how of a woman she looks like. She has this operating tone, like by her voice. It's like very broad, you know what I'm saying? That's what it is. They have like a lot of, they don't even know how to like use. They have so much like freedom that it just overwhelms them. Like, you know, you know how a man wakes up and he stretches and he just they're like that. Like they don't even know how to like utilize it. You know? And I still notice that they still opt to blame towards men. They don't know how to handle accountability and be in this position because the truth is they wasn't really supposed to, you know? And it creates this chaos and this thing. They wasn't supposed to. They done a lot of things to the households and weaponized, you know, for years and years. You know? And then we still kind of get blamed for it. You know? I get it, certain people may be weirder guys, but you can't rule out a certain number of guys because this happened. And is it even truthful anyways? Because I'm now seeing that those are fake stories. You know? But they still do it though, because I don't even think they're supposed to be accountable. This is what they've done. These people in office, they cause certain things. You can say divisive towards women because they know how it is, how their mind is. Like it's sporadic. Now they don't even know how to handle all that. They just run away with it. These women, like, they throw rocks and hide their hands. They'll do certain things and then they'll blame you for it. This is what they do. It's like an attack. Like, they'll attack you and then tell you somebody else attacked them. This is what they do. So now you never know who is attacked and what really went on. She's telling you this story. You know, I'm listening to like stories of like women. I'm trying to see what it is, or certain people, certain women telling me. It could be a family member. They're telling me all these stories and all that. Yes, I'm hearing it as like a man or a guy or a male, quote unquote. You know, I'm hearing it out. Yes, you should sort of feel sorry for them. And I'm just realizing that it's all just a story. It's not even real. And if I ask somebody else this shit, it's a totally different story. You know, it's not even, it doesn't even add up. It's all just emotions. You know, women, they know how to like craft up words and reframe it to fit their way if it's not suitable. This is how dangerous the woman can be. You know what I'm saying? And no wonder why people don't get in trouble. Things are not written down because it's lies being spread upon. You know, these women are, you know, pondering lies up. I don't know how they do it. They must have been taught that, but it's kind of crazy, bro. I'm not realizing all this stuff was said to me was all cap. It was all lies. They're just, you know, pathological liars. You know, it's just they live in a whole lie. Just tell me the truth. You don't gotta lie to me. Don't make up this story and 2 years later I realized it was all a lie. It was all a story, because you're wasting a lot of time, and you're wasting a lot of like time. You know, that's what I'm not realizing. It's just all cap. It's all a story. Okay? And they still opt to blame towards men. So it's not really our fault why they move a certain way. You can kind of say that certain guys be doing this, but at the end of the day, they are a woman, they are grown, and they have certain rights and certain things that they could do, have opportunities. But they always blame the man because I don't understand. But yeah,